Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 10 starts now.
It's been a busy night for Rockford police after a pair of evening shootings leave 3 people hurt. We'll have the latest on the investigations.
A new program could help inmates at the Winnebago County Jail learn a new career. We go inside the partnership between the jail and a local college.
And a long-abandoned downtown Rockford manufacturing campus could soon have a rebirth. We break down a developer's big plans for the former Barbara Coleman facility. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. We'll get to those stories in just a minute, but first, we are in for a windy night.
Let's head back over to meteorologist Marcus Walter. He's in the Weather Center. What's the latest, Marcus?
Well, we are definitely dealing with really strong wind across our region, and many of us have already heard the wind howling already this evening, but we're also talking about a tornado watch and even a severe thunderstorm watch that's in place across the region as well. So we'll take a look at the alerts first, and we'll point out that this tornado watch, mainly for some of our western counties, stays active at least through 11 p.m. After that, things should start to quiet down for us as that front pushes east. But for Rockford, we are still waiting on that line of active weather to push east. And because of that, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that will stay active at least through 1 a.m. And when we talk about some of the storms that are out there, we see them now moving into parts of Joe Daviess County and also into parts just farther south like Savannah, dealing with that heavy rain pushing through now and strong wind. So we're talking about more of that continuing as we head throughout the next couple of hours. And when we take a look at Futurecast, it shows that this line of showers and storms will continue to move through the region. And by the time we get to 11 p.m., it should be pushing east. And then after that, quieter weather does take over. But we did mention the wind. It's been very windy. Because of that, we have high wind warnings in place. And here's a look at the sustained winds now. Upwards of 30, even 40 miles per hour with stronger wind gusts. I'll tell you more, though, about when all this wraps up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Marcus. We'll check in with you then.
We have breaking news out of Rockford.
Police are investigating multiple scenes after 3 people are shot in the city. The first happened on South 2nd Street near College Avenue around 7. A 42-year-old man was hit. He was taken to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. The second happened near 12th Avenue and 7th Street. Police tell us a 16-year-old boy and an 18-year-old man were shot. Both are expected to survive. No word on a suspect in either case or if the shootings are connected. Police ask people to avoid both scenes while officers investigate.
A Rockford family is without a home after an evening fire. Fire crews were called to a house on Kilburn Avenue around 5:30. Firefighters found flames on the 2nd story of the building. Those were quickly extinguished. Investigators say the people living inside got out safely. They were alerted by a working smoke detector. 2 cats were rescued by firefighters. No one was hurt. The Red Cross is helping the family with a place to stay. Investigators say the fire was accidental.
Rockford police arrest a man they say hit and killed a pedestrian. Tommy Neighbors is charged with aggravated DUI resulting in death. The crash happened back in September near East State and Fairview. Investigators say Neighbors was drunk behind the wheel when he hit 72-year-old Bill Cheers. Cheers died at the scene. Neighbors is in the Winnebago County Jail. He is due back in court January 20th. A former Rock County Sheriff's deputy faces several child sexual assault charges. Police arrested Gary Huber Monday in Indiana. He's accused of assaulting multiple kids between 2010 and 2016. All the alleged victims are younger than 13. Investigators say those incidents happened before Huber was a sheriff's deputy. He resigned in July when the allegations came to light. Huber is waiting to be extradited to Rock County.
Winnebago County inmates could get the opportunity to learn a skill while serving their time in jail.
The program, run by Rock Valley College, would teach inmates how to create screws, nuts, and bolts. Alexis Carpello learned more about the opportunity. Alexis?
Yeah, Eric and Mimi, the cold forming training program isn't new, but those attending class would be. Supporters say it's a chance to give inmates a better opportunity to land a job once let back out into society.
We want to help educate all aspects of the population.
Rock Valley College's Chief Operations Officer Rick Jenks says the school has approved an expansion to its cold forming training program. The partnership with Winnebago County would allow a new source of students to take part.
The advantage for us with the county is we can still educate those individuals who are incarcerated, but because of the space that we're going to be utilizing at the CJC, we will still have opportunities to schedule and teach those throughout the community who also need that additional training.
Rock Valley College educators would teach the program.
It's a class that we have taught in the past, and we're looking to kind of expand that program. Offering training to those who might be incarcerated right now so that they have a certification to help their ability to get employment once they're released.
Wednesday evening, the Public Safety Committee approved the program. The full board still needs to approve the plan.
We can actually have inmates in there learning a skill that they can use day one as soon as they get out and get back on the street. So it is a great thing, and we've heard from manufacturers all over Rockford, Winnebago County asking for help to try to find employees that are trained or that can be trainable. So this is a great start.
Once we are sure that that agreement's going to go through, we will be moving the items there to the Criminal Justice Center, and then it's going to take a little time to set up, get electrical hooked up, things of that nature.
The Winnebago County Board meets next Tuesday. We'll update you on their decision with this program. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Alexis. Education advocates call on lawmakers to take action to address violence in Illinois schools. The Illinois Education Association wants schools to comply with the safety law already on the books. The 2019 School Threat Assessment Law requires districts to have a system in place to evaluate violent threats. It also calls for districts to develop crisis plans for all schools. But nearly 2 years after the 2020 deadline, lawmakers say they don't know which districts are following that law.
There are fights in the halls, much more than before. Even in elementary school, there are children who are behaving in a way that teachers have never seen before.
We would like to go further, even to have those reports filed with our local law enforcement to also have more accountability.
The Illinois Education Association is encouraging districts to use federal funds to help comply with safety laws.
A downtown Rockford building abandoned a couple of decades ago could soon have a second life. J. Jeffers & Company out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin has big plans for the old Barbara Coleman campus. The company wants to turn the old factory into a multi-purpose space with housing and retail. J. Jeffers specializes in redeveloping historic properties. Company Vice President Brian Lofton tells us the project will have a wide impact.
And so being able to bring housing here, being able to bring job creation and opportunities with that, commercial and retail pieces, when you're this large a scale of a project, you're going to need all of those things.
We were there as crew members produced 3D scans of the property. Those will be used to develop a plan. The process could take nearly a decade to complete and cost between $400 and $500 million.
A local church helps those in need with a drive-through turkey giveaway. Boxes of turkey and sides were handed out to drivers today at Pilgrim Baptist Church in Rockford. The church, Meridian Health, and Illinois State Representative Maurice West all teamed up to make the event happen. Pastor Jonathan Williams says it's part of the church's year-round efforts to give back.
We're trying to give to those that are less fortunate. It is very important, not just for this season, but in a constant thing, to always give back to people, because there are people out here that are less fortunate than us, and we just want to be a blessing to those people.
More than 200 boxes of food were given away in total.
Health advocates worry a blood shortage we've been telling you about for months could get worse.
The Rock River Valley Blood Center says donations are slow, especially with how busy people get during the holidays. Donations go on the back burner. The center's low on all blood types, but there's currently less than a one-day supply of O negative and B negative. RRVBC leaders say this issue could lead to a life or death situations locally.
Really, the need for blood never takes a holiday. So as holidays arise and people are into their, holiday things, it doesn't stop. People still have tragedies, traumas, heart disease, cancer. None of that stops. So the need is continual.
You can find blood center hours and locations at mystateline.com.
Across the country, support pours in for families impacted by severe weather. Here in Ogle County, Knees in the Breeze motorcycle store is gathering items to bring to Kentucky. Blankets, clothes, toiletries, food, and Christmas presents have been donated so far. We caught up with one Oregon community member donating to the cause. She wants the resources to bring hope to storm victims, especially this close to the holidays.
That's especially hard on families because a lot of people have probably done their Christmas shopping and everything, and they were planning on having these celebrations with their families, and a lot of people don't have even the family anymore.
Knees in the Breeze is accepting donations tomorrow as well. Then on Friday, owners will drive down to Kentucky to distribute items and help victims with whatever else people need.
Well, good evening, everyone. We're still dealing with very windy conditions across our region, and right now we have wind gusts in excess of 50 miles per hour. And because of that, when we take a look at the Mercy F SkyTrack weather camera, you see it shaking pretty actively. We're talking about the strong wind really impacting us as we speak. And when we also look at what's happening, we see some showers and some thunderstorms continuing to push east. We have some warnings in place across western parts of our viewing area for these severe thunderstorm warnings. Another one just issued for the Freeport area. We're talking about wind gusts potentially approaching 60 miles per hour. So that's definitely something we're watching. On top of that, along with some of the severe thunderstorm warnings we have in place, we have watches that now cover parts of Rockford, and we still have a tornado watch that's in place across western parts of our viewing area that stays active at least through 11 p.m. I mentioned the watches that are out there for Rockford. That severe thunderstorm watch stays active at least through 1 a.m., but that watch extends farther south toward places like Amboy and farther north into southern parts of Wisconsin. And I mentioned some of the warnings out there. The latest ones impacting parts of, let's say, Joe Daviess County and also for areas farther south, Carroll County. We're talking about those warnings staying active at least through 10:45 p.m. Now, we're still dealing with the threat for severe weather. We're still under a slight risk for severe weather. So isolated tornadoes are possible for us, but also damaging wind likely the greatest threat with any storms that impact us. And as we track the storms moving across the region with the cold front, well, we're definitely noticing, again, some heavier showers impacting us potentially toward 11 p.m. But the trend has been for this active weather to weaken, and the latest tornado warnings that have been out there have been well into parts of Wisconsin. So we may end up being more fortunate this evening, not dealing with any tornado threats and weakening storms as they continue to move across the region. But either way, these storms will move quickly, and by 1 a.m., we're talking about some dry conditions. Now let's switch over toward the winds, because we have sustained winds anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour. So some very windy conditions out there, and these winds, along with the wind gusts already in excess of 50 miles per hour, will make for sometimes noisy conditions as we head throughout the night tonight. Here's a look at futurecast wind gusts as we head throughout the 10 o'clock hour, potentially wind gusts reaching 60 miles per hour or potentially even higher than that. And we'll notice a subtle drop in the wind as this line of wet weather moves through, but we're still dealing with wind gusts above 30 miles per hour as we head into the morning and even as we head throughout much of the day tomorrow. But the big story is not so much a severe thunderstorm warning, but we're talking about that high wind warning that is in place across our region. It's also in place across a large portion of the nation. So a lot of folks, millions of people dealing with high wind, and this wind will definitely cause impacts, power outage issues. We've already had reports of that, and so it will impact you commuting as well. One thing I want to hit on before we wrap, we're talking about some of the warmth we saw today. We hit 69 degrees, well above our normal for this time of year, tying the all-time high temperature for the month of December. But the 7-day shows things become a little more tranquil and definitely quieter as we head toward the weekend and also as we head toward next week.
A former Minneapolis police officer makes a deal to avoid a federal trial.
And President Biden gets a first-hand look at the devastation left behind by deadly tornadoes. Hannah Zettel has our top stories across the nation.
President Biden toured the destruction in Dawson Springs, Kentucky this afternoon. The damage was caused by a series of tornadoes that ripped through the region Friday. Entire towns were destroyed. While in Kentucky, Biden promised every resource would be made available. He's already declared federal disasters in Kentucky, Illinois, and Tennessee. FEMA has sent search and rescue teams to the state, along with dozens of generators and thousands of gallons of water. At least 74 people have been confirmed dead, 12 of them children. Many are still unaccounted for. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin pleads guilty to violating the civil rights of George Floyd. Chauvin was convicted of murder and manslaughter for pinning his knee against Floyd's neck in May of last year. He was sentenced to 22.5 years in that case. Today's plea means Chauvin will not face a federal trial in January. He could still face more prison time. 3 other former officers indicted on federal charges alongside Chauvin earlier this year are still awaiting trial. New documents surrounding the investigation into the assassination of President John F. Kennedy come to light. About 1,500 documents in all were released today. Among them are secret cables and internal memos. Experts say no, quote, smoking gun was found among those papers. The release comes after President Biden ordered the release of the documents. They were reviewed by national security agencies first. The 1964 Warren Commission included Lee Harvey Oswald had been the lone gunman. Another congressional probe in 1979 found no evidence to support that theory. The CIA had been involved, that theory. But, of course, other theories have persisted. Eric and Mimi.
Thank you, Hannah.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with Sports Director Scott Leber.
Now, the Auburn Knights jumped out to a great start this Nick 10 basketball season by winning their first 4 conference games. That start could become even more impressive this week with the Knights playing East and Boylan back-to-back. The Boylan game takes place Friday. This evening, it was the E-Rabs who paid a visit to the Castle. East came in with a conference record of 3-1. We'll pick it up in the third quarter. Adrian Agee here taking it to the hoop. He led the Knights with 14 points. Auburn on the run, and watch Agee here with a beautiful hook pass to Brennan Horton-Lee for the lay-in. Robert Cheney going to show us his best shake and bake moves here. Right to the hoop. Yes, and 1 to go with it. Good focus by him. Latrell Kyle says, hey, you take it, Matthew Ward. 6'5" junior does and drops in 2 of his 9 points. Auburn got a very productive night from this guy. Robert Harden getting 2 of his 10 points. E-Rabs hanging around in the fourth quarter. Big bucket and a 3-point play coming up here by Malik Bates. But the Knights kept pouring it on. Watch Cheney here. He's got space. He knocks down 3. Then Cheney's going to drive. Watch him spot the big fella, Mike Jones, for the lay-in. Auburn runs its record of 5-0 in the conference with a 59-50 win. Guilford was coming off back-to-back Nick 10 wins last weekend. The Vikings took on Harlem this evening with ESPN in the house at Harlem. Check out this defensive hustle by Harlem's Lathan Lewis. I believe he got a piece of that ball for a partial block. I feel a backdoor play coming, and that's where Njagos Magazine delivers it right to Makai Doby. He scored 17. Lewis the other way hangs and scores and gets some extra credit. Lewis had 16 points. Now look at this hustle. Marquez Jordan saves the ball. Love that. Next, Jordan going to show us his handles. Goes right to the rim with it. Jordan scored 17, and the Vikings win their 3rd straight, 65-53. Next up, Belvedere North and Jefferson at the Jayhawks' nest. Jefferson's Randy Johnson is 6'3" and pure muscle. He shows that with a strong finish at the rim. At the other end, North's Aaron Brown gets the ball, and watch the burst here and the laying off the glass. North on the break. The bounce pass going to be delivered to Ethan Andre. He'll convert after a Jayhawk turnover. Now Jefferson in possession. LaShawn Gathright puts it on the hardwood, drives the lane, and finishes. This is not a high-scoring game, so every bucket counted. And here's Andre again, out top for 3. That's good. Belvedere North won this one, 38-23. The early signing period in high school football opened today, and the state line has 1 football player going Division I. He is Dupac defensive end Jake Anderson. He signed with Brock Spack's Illinois State Redbirds. Anderson's a senior at Durand. Several of his Dupac teammates joined him at Durand High School this afternoon for the signing. Anderson used his 6'6", 230-pound frame and his quickness to lead the NUIC in sacks this season with 8. He also had 70 tackles. The defensive line is where he'll play at ISU. Now, Brock Spack actually discovered Anderson on a video that Anderson tweeted of himself dunking a basketball. Now Anderson gets a full-ride scholarship.
In all honesty, I really didn't even ever think I was going to be happy playing for a Division III school. Like last year, I would have been perfectly happy with that. So, I mean, this is a huge accomplishment. They're going to use me around the defensive line, like anywhere from like tackle to outside linebacker even, you know, guarding passes sometimes. But they did say they're going to put some weight on me.
I've been coaching Jake along with a lot of the coaches for almost 12 years now, so for him to have the ability to go play to the D1 level is pretty special for our program. I think he's got a potential to play right away. He's got that mental toughness, but more importantly, just his work ethic, you know. When he gets down there, he's going to hit the ground running. There's no doubt in my mind.
Anderson is one of 5 academic all-state football players for DuPac. He plans to major in biology. His scholarship is half football and half academic. And the Blackhawks and Kyle Beach have reached a settlement ending Beach's lawsuit against the Blackhawks. Beach says he was sexually assaulted by a former Blackhawks assistant coach in 2010. Beach is also a former Ice Hawk. On the ice, the Blackhawks edged the Capitals in overtime 5-4. Alex DeBrincat scored 2 goals. That's sports. We'll be right back.